Watch your step in the stitches.
Hey, we got somebody. Get over here.
You'll want to find another place to rest your feet, stranger. These stitches are about to burst. It won't be much longer before the whole place unravels, as it were.
What do you mean?
There's a new Khajiit in charge, Khasda, and he enjoys throwing his weight around. Between this one and you, most in the stitches find Khasda's leadership lacking, but none will stand up to him. Though this one heard rumors Tasnasi is back.
And who is Tasnasi?
No friend of Khasda's, this one can tell you. She's recruiting for a job, or so the rumors say. This one doubts she'll have much luck convincing someone local to make an enemy of Khasda. But someone passing through...
I'll have a word with Tasnasi about this job.
Last I heard, Tasnasi was camped on the north rim of the scar, but this one doubts she'll stick around for long. The moment Khasda catches wind of her, he'll have her throat slit.
And what are the stitches?
It's the closest thing to a settlement out here. Imagine a river hold on the edge of a cliff, painted with rum and horse dung. Then invite every outlaw, bandit, and exile to live there. That's the stitches.
And who is Khasda?
You didn't hear this from me, but he's a thug who thinks he's a king. Sits in Merville Keep, counting coin and letting his thugs run the stitches into the ground. Well, deeper into the ground.
And Tasnasi?
A thief who got run out of town not long after Khasda took over. He's the only one worth robbing in the stitches, so my goods on her job involving his ill-gotten gains. Gutsy to cross Khasda, but he already wants her dead. What she got to lose?
Okay. I will talk to Tasnasi.
Tasnasi does not know you. That's good. She knows everyone in the stitches. Those who aren't in Khasda's pocket, she can count on one paw. This one has a job for someone who'd rather pick it. An unknown face like yours is just what she needs.
Okay, so what's the job?
Khasda, the dung eater that runs the stitches, has a hoard of gold beneath Merville Keep. Tasnasi plans to make it hers. Ours. If you're interested, we need to move soon. The stitches get worse by the day. Khasda may leave, and his coin with him.
You want me to take part in this robbery?
To take from Khasda is no crime. His predecessor, Dashing the Salzo, amassed the coin. Khasda only wallows in it, like a pig in its filth. A cruel, stupid pig. Now he lets the stitches shuffle to ruin. This is his just punishment.
I'll help you relieve Khasda of his wealth.
We also need Tasnasi's old crew, Vol, Serene, and Nazdar. Vol just did a job for Jubani. He'll be at her junk shop. Serene's likely at the Goiter's Gulp, and Nazdar caterwauling somewhere. We'll meet in the bowl at the bottom of the scar.
Can you tell me more about the people I'm recruiting?
Who do you want to know about?
Alright, you mentioned someone named Vol.
Best damn mechanist this side of Nibbin Bay. Not a common trait for a wood elf, this one knows, but it is true. Khasda's stronghold uses strange mechanisms to keep uninvited visitors out. Vols are passed through them.
And who's Serene?
Maybe not the most distinguished mage in Elsweyr, but the best Tasnasi is likely to get in the stitches. She spends more time with her head in a bottle than a book, but once she's dried out, she'll be invaluable for reaching the vaults unnoticed.
And tell me more about Nazdar.
The old adept was something back in his day. Tasnasi heard he could break a boulder with his little claw. He doesn't fight much anymore, but he still has some moves. This one has seen them personally. He flows like water and is as silent as wind. Keep it quick. There's a lot to be done before we relieve Khasda of his riches.
I need to know more about this Khasda we're robbing.
The lowest. Khasda clawed his way to the top of the Stitches with treachery and fear. The Stitches hasn't known law, but under dashing the Salzo, it knew relative peace, common purpose. Now it falls into anarchy. Khasda won't stop it, he creates it.
And who was dashing Salzo?
The leader of the Stitches, before Khasda. He's dead and gone. All you need to know is, what was his is now Khasda's, soon to be ours.
I'd like to know more about the Stitches before I go there.
A den of outlaws in the shape of a town. There's not much to tell. What do you want to know?
What's the Goiter's Gulp?
What passes for a tavern in the Stitches. The Averno twins run a money-lending and pawn operation out of it. Don't let them sweet-talk you into any favors. They may seem harmless, but everything has a price with those two, and everyone pays.
And the Bull?
The sewer beneath Merville Keep. We'll be able to gather there without attracting any unwanted attention, and it'll become clear why once you arrive.
And I want to know more about Giovanni's junk shop.
The facade of a legitimate business for Jubani the Fence. Her gang loots and scavenges items all over the Scar. She has a Bandari's knack for selling junk for far more than it's worth.
That's enough about the Stitches, but I still have some other questions.
Thoroughness is an uncommon virtue in the Stitches. Go on and ask.
Actually, I don't. Let's just get on with this. So, we gotta go get our 3 recruits. One is relatively close. And that's Vol, but she's down there.
Yeah. Get these ropes off of me. Bonnie and I had a deal. I delivered.
True. But why keep paying when we can just make you do it for free? Now get inside.
Hey, you're not one of Bonnie's thugs. Can you get me out of here? I'm getting out of here. Catch up to me so I can thank you properly. Thanks for your help back there. Bonnie and her thugs are a bunch of hammers that think everything is a nail. Geniuses included. Altruism isn't a thing in the Stitches. So what do you want? Need a lock picked? Something repaired?
Tasnasi sent me to recruit you for a job.
Tasnasi, huh? That's funny. I was just thinking about her recently, seeing what's gone on around this dump. How it's gotten dumpier than usual. But she's pulling together a job. Swore that Khasda ran her out of town when he took over.
What's the history between those two?
Last time I ran my mouth, Bonnie sent her unexpectedly handsome bugs after me. I'm not spilling any more secrets. But it's nice to know Tasnasi's still around. She really loves this place after all. even after everything that's happened to her.
So you'll join her crew?
Well, Bonnie should have noticed I'm missing. Joining up with a crew seems like a good way to keep my fingers unbroken. So sure, whatever Tasnasi's playing at, I'm in.
She wants us to gather at the bowl.
The bowl. Well, that's
Yeah, bowl.
ironic. I'll head there after I get my tools and find another pair of small clothes.
What was that you were saying about Tasnasi?
That Khasda ran her out of town? Or tried to, I guess. It's not any secret. It may be a rancid pile of cat vomit, but at least it's his town now. He does what he wants.
Why's he got it out for her, though?
Bad blood. Truth told, Tasnasi would have been charged after dashing to Salzo died, if things hadn't gone down the way they did. It's not my place to say anything more than that.
Why were you tied up in that basement?
Bonnie runs the biggest salvage operation in the Stitches, and she knows she gets paid more if her salvage is in pure junk. When a crew found stuff that wasn't busted up, I fixed it. For pay.
So what happened?
Khasda happened. He took over the Stitches and didn't care if people broke oaths, contracts, or ribs. Bonnie saw a chance to get more labor for free. Just had to flex a little muscle. Yeah, don't let my rippling physique fool you. I'm not much in a fight.
I wouldn't expect a Bosmer to be an expert mechanist.
Well, most don't. And to be fair, I wasn't always the brilliant tinkerer I am today. Don't know what caused the change, honestly. I think eating that soul gem had something to do with it.
You ate a soul gem?
Well, I didn't just pluck one up and eat it. I was scouting for the Dominion way north. Some ruin called Sarathal. I was running from some guards when I fell into a shaft. And fell. And fell. It was a long fall.
I'm surprised you survived.
Caught a ledge at the last minute. Broke my fall. And my fingers. Real mess. Anyway, I found myself in this strange cavern. Huge. Had dwarven ruins, biggest I've ever seen inside of it. More stone and metal than I could imagine. Not so much food.
So you ate the soul gem?
Not quite. I finally managed to find the charis. Big bug. Tastes awful, don't recommend it, but I ate like my life depended on it. I mean, it did. I half remember a glowing stone going in my mouth. Swallowed it whole before I even realised.
And that gave you knowledge of machines?
More like indigestion, but also this indescribable urge to fiddle with the ruins. Well, I guess I'd call it curiosity. But anyway, I fixed an elevator like it was second nature and got back home. Then I got discharged on account of my weekend.
Interesting story, my friend. All right. 2 more recruits. The hell? Dang, my wife says I snore loud. Really? It's just a cat that was snoring that loud? A cat with an eye patch.
In the moons?
Huh. So Serene is a cat.
Ah, my fur! What was in this bucket? Whatever your death wish is, it's granted! Oh, my head. Just tell me what you're doing here before I turn your heart into a tomato.
Tasani wants you to join her crew.
Oh, Really? Tasnasi is still kicking around? A little good news to go around with all this bad. Like a fly in the vine. Be careful of the vine, by the way. There's flies in it.
So you join up?
I didn't say that. Well, what I mean is that I'd like to, but if Tasnasi wants me for my magical skill, I have some bad news. My focus is gone. I mean my other focus. My arcane focus. A bauble to focus magicka. I'm useless without it.
And where is it?
I may have pawned it. To Lulius and Skippy and Averno. I'd give the gold back, but Khasda's really gouging the price of a bottle these days. Even the swill in this flop house. The Avernos are inside. Get my focus back, and I'll owe you.
What exactly is a focus?
Ooh, well, sometimes my power gets a little out of control. The Mages Guild was supposed to help me master it, but they take a dim view of people breaking curfew and getting drunk on kitchen duty, and throwing up in the soup.
So what does the focus do?
When I need to cast a spell, I channel my magicka through the focus. It helps me weave everything together. Without it, my spells come out like tangled yarn, and the results are, well, unpredictable.
Can you tell me more about Avernus?
Lulius and Skifion, they sit in the goitered top like they own the place. Well, they do technically own it, but that's not the point. Ever since Khasda took over, the twins have doubled everyone's rent and the amount of water in the drinks.
And how can they get away with that?
Because Khasda gets a nice kickback from all the money they bring in. And for good or ill, well, actually just ill. Khasda's in charge here, so he has the muscle. So the rest of us sit quietly and pay twice as much to get half as drunk.
Okay.
Browse all you want, but stick.
Oh, there's the twins.
New face in the stitches, then? I love new faces. I confront you a little money in exchange for... well, we can talk terms over wine. To what do my brother and I owe the pleasure?
I'm here for the focus serene pawn to you.
Focus? Looked like a collar to me. Pity it doesn't fit any of our pants. Don't call it such around Serene. Nearly clawed poor Skipion's nose off over it. It's such a good nose, too. Reminds me of Mother. Anyway, price is set. Will you pay it?
All right.
Well, Skipion called me a fool for taking the cat's little trinket, but here I am turning a tidy profit. I'll make sure he never hears the end of it. The bauble's in a jewelry box on the other side of the bar. Help yourself.
So I could have probably just snuck in stealth-like and stolen it without paying a dime. Probably. Alright.
Hey, have one with me.
The drunk was just hitting on me.
Blah, can't get the taste out of my mouth. It's awful.
I got your focus back.
Good, Khasda's made the stitches unpalatable, like that swill he's got the tavern pouring. I'm ready to get out, but I wouldn't mind batting Khasda's tail along the way. I'm sure Tasnasi feels the same.
If that means you're in, we're meeting at the bow.
I need a moment or two. Look, I'll meet you at the bowl once the world stops spinning.
What's your story?
Just a mage looking for something at the bottom of a bottle.
And what are you looking for?
I don't really know. And if I'm being honest, I don't know if I ever knew.
And what were you saying about Tasnasi earlier?
Look, you seem halfway decent, so don't stick your muzzle too far in, alright? Tasnasi's got her own business, and I know too much about it already. I don't drink just because I like the flavor of the tavern's bilge.
That's not reassuring.
I'm hazy on the details. To be honest, I'm hazy on a lot of things these days. But I know Tasnasi can't show her face in the stitches. And it's not just Khasda that I'd like to see her dead.
Why, what'd she do?
You've seen the type of people who call the stitches home. Thieves, smugglers, deserters. Nobody keen on laws. Of the few rules we have, she broke the one you don't break. Murder.
And who did she kill?
I've said more than I should have already. It's in the past. Tasnasi had her reasons. She always has her reasons. Not that I ever got to hear them. She's not going to stab you in the back if that's what's worrying you. Keep your mind on the job.
Alright. Take care, my friend. I will see you soon. And, we got one more person to recruit. Figure out the best way to get there. This won't be it.
The wood elves have their rottenness brew, made of meat and bile. The lizards eat their bugs and twigs and everything so vile. But those of us who walk the sands know life's greatest pleasure is strictly sweet. A tasty treat, it's moon sugar that we treasure.
Moon sugar, we found out from a quest yesterday, it's the equivalent of, like crack. Nazdar.
Said Nalitha the Avuncular, even in somber times must the wayfarer be offered greetings. Nazdar greets you, wayfarer, though his times are somber indeed. What brings you to this one?
Tasnasi has a job. She wants you to join her crew.
Hotaza the Corpulent often said, the forgetting of friends is a grievous wrong. Wise words. Tasnasi has not visited him in some time, but this one has not forgotten her. So believe Nazdar when he regretfully declines her invitation.
And can I ask why?
This one has lost a prized possession, a lute gifted by a dear, departed friend. It has buoyed Nazdar's soul for so long, he sinks without it. Weighed down as such, he cannot be the fleet walker Tasnasi needs him to be.
What if I got your loot back for you?
Truly? This one was practicing his lute in the canyon below. but his playing attracted irascible beasts. He was forced to leave it behind as he scrambled up the cliffs.
And why were you practicing in the bottom of a canyon?
The truth, however, noxious is sweeter than rose blossom, to quote the venerable Bait. Nasdar plays, but not well. The others throw things at him when he practices, so he plays where he can be alone.
And who gave you the loot?
A saint. He once led the Stitches, not to glory perhaps, but away from shame. Even saints do not live forever, nor did he. But as Ballant the Canonical said, the dead recalled in good memories are the true saints of our lives.
Okay.
Careful where you flaunt your wealth, Walker. You are a tempting prize indeed.
You're another quest altogether. Oh, great. The loot is going to be near a dragon. Oh shit. Yeah, I woke somebody up that I shouldn't have woken up. Seriously? Oh, really? All right.
Here you go. Here you go.
Yay.
Yeah.
As Zubacha the Hermit said to Intasi after returning from his grand pilgrimage, "Hello. This one is cheered to see you without the blemishes of harm."
Shut up. I got your loot.
As often said by Polu the Overstating, this is worthy of celebration. You have done this one a great turn. In the dark days the Stitches find themselves in, it is good to hold a memory of brighter times.
So you'll join Tasnasi's crew now?
Your kindness reminds Nazdar of the love dashing Tasalzo had for the Stitches in life. This one recalls many joys in the company of Tasnasi and the others. He would like to feel them again. Nazdar will go where Tasnasi bids.
Tell me more about dashing Tasalzo.
A life of decades cannot be reckoned in minutes, so the blind poet has taught us. But Nazdar will do his best. The Stitches was once like it is today, a refuse pit of the spirit, home of vice, self-interest, and the vain depravities of life.
And Salzo changed all that?
The Salzo came to the gangs of the Stitches and showed them a common foe, Euraxia's armies. We harried them, stole from them, bled them dry, and we formed bonds. To quote Aidino the Aphoric, the greatest gift the indolent can receive is purpose.
But now he's gone.
His death did not rip those bonds apart, but without the Salzo's care in keeping them tight-knit, they are unraveling nonetheless, and Khasda is pulling at the threads. But some, like Nazdar, keep the Salzo's memory and his hope.
So you're an adept. How'd you end up in a place like this?
Nazdar knows you see more ribs than muscles on him. This is true, but he once was a brother of the Whispering Claw, so dedicated to that life he was, that he took a vow of silence.
And that wasn't meant to last?
You have read the works of Vekla the Ephemeral. Nazdar is glad to know a fellow student. Yes, Nazdar was silent for 19 years, but one night in moonlight, he heard through his cell a song. A simple tune, but captivating.
And what was the song?
Some peasant tune hummed by a swineherd going home, but a Jarasti moonsinger said, "Beauty is not in the art, but in what it instills." In that moment, Nazdar knew he must sing, so he broke his vow and left the Adeptorium to make music.
So you're trying to become a bard.
You can make art for others, said Erka of the Bard College, or for yourself. Nazdar knows he is not good enough to make art for others, but dashing the Salzo always encouraged Nazdar to make art for himself. Nazdar will never forget that.
Okie dokie. Just so I know where I am at, since there's another quest in this area. So left side. Alright. Oh my god, we found the cave finally. And we leveled. Alright. Talk to Tasnasi.
That's everyone. Tasnasi must speak with you. Tasnasi has not seen her old crew in some time. Not since... Never mind. You were not followed, yes? Tasnasi is not welcome in the Stitches. Associates of Tasnasi, also not welcome.
You and Khasda obviously have history. What went down between the two of you?
Khasda was lieutenant to Dashing the Salzo. Tasnasi as well, until he was found with her knife in his back. No one cared if she was innocent. They wanted someone to blame, and Khasda gave them an answer. After everything, they turned their backs on her.
I have a persuade option, which is something I spec'd in my my passive attributes. Be the first time I ever used it. This is more than just a heist for you, from the sounds of it.
It's not. No, you're right. Tasnasi says she hates this place. She should hate this place. But the Stitches is her home, her family. Tasnasi won't sit idle while Khasda destroys it. Her reasons aren't important. We should discuss the plan.
I'm all ears.
Today, we hit Khasda right under his nose. We'll break into the basement of the Mirville Keep through this sewer, so long as Vol can pick the locks.
Ah, locks. Cute. Might as well be fancifully knotted ribbons to me.
Good. At the courtyard, we'll have sentries, but Serene's teleportation spell should let us pass unnoticed.
Were you talking to me?
We'll enter the palace through a second-floor storage room. Nazdar will scale the wall and drop a rope for us.
As spake Urwa the Observant. I see.
Tasnasi and the newcomer will handle any trouble that comes our way. Let's get started.
Okie dokie. I don't think this is gonna go to plan.
Nice to see you back at work, Bo.
Good to be working. You're less of a taskmaster than Jew, Bunny. Now, let's find some more locks.
Good luck, and work quickly.
Okay.
There's the lock. Wash my back, won't you? One down. Let's get going. I need an ebony pick for this one. You know the drill. A bit stiff, that one. Glad I'll keep machine piece in my hair. Khasda's done some redecorating, I see. Not sure I like it. Keep the coast clear, won't you? There. Hopefully that's the last of them. My fingers are getting sore. Hey, that's our way to the courtyard.
They're through. No lagging behind.
Give up, old-timer. I can barely walk straight.
Serene, it's your turn.
Everyone stand still. You're making me crazy. Just need to concentrate. Focus the power. Imagine the destination. All right, here we go.
What the?
So far, so good. Now roll.
You're sure?
To quote the barkeep, you look sick.
Oh, that's...
This one prefers his feet.
Thought I lost you.
Sure.
Bones, you're not hurt, are you? All your limbs in place?
I think I'm fine.
Nazdar's looking pretty good, actually. Now the not good. You and Nazdar didn't quite make it to where I intended, and it will be a while before I can cast something like that again. You'll have to make your own way here.
What happened? How did we end up here?
There is a basic rule of spellcraft. Do not attempt while drunk, or while recently drunk. Never been great with rules. I ended up losing control of the spell while attempting to teleport you and Nazdar. Sorry about that.
Alright, so how do we regroup?
Tasnasi wants you and Nazdar to make your way to the base of the South Tower. That's where we're waiting. She also was very insistent. Avoid killing any of the guards.
Why shouldn't I kill any guards?
She says it will raise alarms, but I know the truth. It's because Tasnasi used to run with them. They were all part of Dashing Dasalso's crew back in the day. She tries to act like she doesn't care about them after they exiled her, but it's a lie.
Where do I need to go again?
Northwest? East-ish? You'll have to come through the courtyard, which means avoiding patrols. Don't get caught. Tasnasi is going to be pretty upset if you kill anyone.
Great.
Walk softly, Master Hendo taught me. If we get into trouble, be warned. I cannot help. My fists are weapons no longer. Soft as a whisper, quick as a shout. The first finger of the Whispering Claw teaches. As the second finger of the Whispering Claw says, shadows consume curiosity, time, and interest.
Alright. Bullshit. No, I didn't kill anyone.
You made it, both of you. Tasnasi is glad.
Sorry about that. When this is all done, I'll buy you a drink.
Moon's mercy, Serene. When we're
Less
done
than
here,
perfect,
I will
but-
smash every bottle of wine in Elsweyr.
Not if I drink them first.
Nazdar, you're our way into this tower. Ready?
The ascent of the body is nothing compared to that of the soul. Saint Yosito spoke wisely.
Well, you're a nimble thing. Don't kill any guards.
Yawnies shouldn't make that noise, right?
They should make no noise, Vol.
Nazdar did well to get us inside, but it looks like this strain was more than he could handle. He needs rest, which means Tasnasi needs to change her plans.
So what's changing?
Vol is the closest thing we have to a healer. He might be able to get Nazdar moving again, but he needs time, which means he won't be able to pick the locks on Khasda's vaults. Tasnasi wants you and Serene to get the vault keys.
What about you?
This one has other business in the palace. When she's done with it, she will meet you at the entrance to the vault, on the lower floors.
I think I deserve to know what you'll be doing while we get the keys.
Tasnasi has always said she was innocent of the Salzo's death, and she knows in her heart that Khasda was behind it. She must have proof, not to show the stitches, but to quiet her own soul. She needs that more than her share of the gold.
Alright, then let's get to it.
Take care getting the keys. The thugs in this palace are Khasda's most loyal, and just as vicious and cruel as he. Expect no mercy, and give none. Serene will help keep things quiet in case fighting breaks out.
Are you gonna be alright on your own?
Yes, Tasnasi has gotten used to being on her own ever since the Salzo died. She knows this place like the back of her paw. She'll be fine.
And I thought you were against killing any of the guards.
That was different. Many of the keep's guards were close to the Salzo. They follow Khasda only because they must. The lapdogs in this palace are loyal to Khasda alone.
And that's enough to justify killing them?
The ones who are closest to Khasda do not show loyalty because they are virtuous, but because he allows them to indulge their worst impulses. I am not telling you to punish them, only that they won't be missed by anyone in the stitches.
Alright. Rabbit pasty.
I'm paired up with you than the ancient adept or the smarmy wood elf. You look like you can handle a scuffle. I'm only good at knocking myself out with a bottle, but I know a spell or two to muffle the noise of the brawl. They'll be visit lieutenants, I'll bet. They come to the Goiter's Gulp every few nights, get drunk and blather on about how much the boss trusts them and lets them get away with murder. Literally. They're bound to be in the palace. Somewhere.
You can keep things quiet?
Do you know how many bar brawls I have to try to sleep through in the stitches? Trust me. I know I can cast that one drunk. Oh,
Alright. Who's casting what? Okay, there's none in here. Two of three. There it is. Finally. In the vault, huh?
There you are. He's got her. He's got her.
keep it down. What are you talking about?
Khasda, he and his bodyguard. Biggest I've ever seen. They cornered Tasnasi and took her back there. You have to save her.
You have one friend left in this world, it seems. Not for much longer. Cut! You'll regret crossing Khasda!
He's getting away. Untie me! After him!
Yeah. Get him, get him, get him.
Please, Tasnasi, spare me!
Shut up, Khasda. One more word from your lying tongue and Tasnasi will claw it out. He did it. Everything Tasnasi suspected him of. He killed the Salzo. He had her take the blame. He was proud of it. Now that I have my claws at his throat, he discovers the meaning of mercy.
Does that mean you can clear your name and return home?
He took this one's home from her, the only one she has known, and he couldn't give it back if he wanted to. She has no proof but his word. Even if he confessed and cleared her name, the stitches she would return to is not the one she left behind.
What are you gonna do with them then?
One joy is left to Tasnasi, to kill Khasda. Then she leaves this all behind her, for good.
Then kill him if that's what you want.
I will. After that, I will find the others. Meet back at my camp, on the outskirts of town. There will be no returning to the stitches for me after this.
I will meet you there.
Don't be stupid, Tasnasi. Name your price. Riches, weapons. Skuma.
Tasnasi only wants one thing of little value. Your life. The job is done. Maybe we didn't leave the palace with everything Tasnasi promised, but this is the stitches. If everything went as it should, none of us would be here.
So what happens now?
Now, we go our separate ways. Take Tasnasi's advice. Leave the stitches before it falls apart completely. This one has no great sum of wealth, but she owes you something for saving her skin. Unlike most in these parts, Tasnasi remembers her friends. This one regrets getting you caught up in her affairs, but she is glad to have crossed your path. Things would have gone very differently had you not come back for her. Moon's willing we meet again, eh? Work another job? One with a better payout?
What will you do next?
Tasnasi wants to put this place far behind her. Maybe she will head south, try Corinth. A fresh start, a new life.
An honest living?
Tasnasi is not sure she even knows what that is, but perhaps.
And what's gonna happen to your crew?
Tasnasi cannot say. The job is done. We have no obligations to one another any longer. She wishes them well, but she has her own way to walk.
Why not stick together?
Tasnasi said she wants to leave this all behind. She wants to forget. She doesn't need any more reminders of the life she lost.
Oh well, farewell, my friend.